Regardez autour de vous et vous trouverez un monde saturé de psychiatrie. Mais il y a des solutions sans danger et efficaces et on peut les trouver.
The main word for soldiers, and not only soldiers, but anybody suffering from any type of so-called mental illness, is that there's hope. That there's hope out there, there's solutions out there, things are available for you to get your life back, to not have suicidal thoughts, to not end your life, and it does not include psychiatric drugs.
There is a way to solve this. It's to get rid of the drugs and start treating soldiers like human beings, not lab rats. That's the solution.
The vets who get over their war wounds do it on their own, do it with friends, do it with colleagues, do it in support groups. They're doing it separate and distinct from the medical interventions.
If you talk to lads, when they get together, they help one another, they support one another. They are aware of fellow feeling, fellow understanding. Psychiatrists, by having the opportunity to disrupt that process by using drugs, can often disrupt it rather than support it.
A soldier does need help. He needs care and love and friendship and, whatever else is going to make him feel better personally, but he does not need psychotropic drugs.
Des soins médicaux véritables commencent par un examen poussé, par un docteur compétent, pour détecter toute blessure ou maladie sous-jacente qui pourrait causer une détresse émotionnelle.
Every symptom should be investigated for physical origins, because if you don't do that, almost certainly someone who has a real physical symptom is being labeled as having a psychiatric symptom, which is false.
By making sure that we clear up any physical issues, we begin to make the soldier, the veteran, feel better. Once they begin to feel better, they feel better physically, they feel better emotionally, and they're able to deal with some of the issues relative to the traumas or the stress that they were under while in combat.
Si vous prenez des psychotropes et que vous voulez arrêter, faites-le sous la supervision d'un médecin compétent.
Getting off the drugs is one of the best things that I've done, and because it's helped me out. It helped me be back being Mike Mezin, and it really saved my life.
It's transformed my life, but at the same time, it's also made me look real hard at the damage that those drugs were doing me while I was on.
And it was that type of incident that catalyzed my resolve to aborting the system that I was in and moving forward with a non-pharmaceutical approach, which has been phenomenally successful for me. I'm not the same person.
Mais il y a encore de nombreux soldats qui, en ce moment même, sont en danger parce qu'on leur a ordonné de prendre des psychotropes. C'est pourquoi il est essentiel de connaître vos droits.
There is an obligation for the service to take care of our sons and daughters that are sacrificing themselves and giving an oath to defend the Constitution with their life. I mean, that's a big deal. The command may say you have to go to see a psychiatrist because we believe you to be unstable. So does he have to show up for the appointment? The answer is yes. However, once you go into that therapist's office, you are not required to participate in that treatment. So on occasion, I have people that call me and ask me, can I refuse this or can I refuse that? And I say absolutely.
Le droit de refuser repose sur l'un des droits les plus importants de tous. Il s'agit du consentement éclairé. Cela veut dire que vous avez le droit d'être informé à l'avance de tous les risques et bénéfices du traitement psychiatrique proposé, de toute alternative et de la possibilité d'aucun traitement du tout.
Do active duty and military have a right to informed consent? Absolutely. But these soldiers, sailors, Marines are not informed as to all of the consequences of these medications, because if you were truly informed as to the consequences of taking these drugs, would you really take them? And the answer is most likely no.
Le consentement éclairé est un des nombreux droits que vous avez sous le Code militaire des États-Unis. De nombreux autres pays offrent aussi des droits au consentement éclairé, mais c'est à vous de l'exiger. Impliquez-vous et parlez aux autres de ces droits. Nombre de survivants de la psychiatrie militaire et leurs familles ont le courage de s'élever contre ce phénomène en ce moment. Et votre aide leur serait précieuse.
I don't want another family to experience what we've experienced. Unfortunately, that's happening.
This is an outrage. What's going on here? Are these young people just guinea pigs? Apparently so. My daughter was a guinea pig. And she's gone.
One of Tony's last things, he always told me, just keep speaking up, Mom. Even if you only help one person, just keep speaking up.
My goal is not just to tell Anthony's story, but I feel it's a story that's not unique. It's something that's happening to so many of our troops.
As an advocate for my son and an advocate for wounded veterans across the country, our group that I work with, we're trying to make a change in that direction.
So we made it our mission that we're going to tell everybody we can and have the website have as much information that we can.
We've got to get the word out to our soldiers. Don't take these drugs. Don't take these drugs. It's the beginning of the end.
Une action immédiate est nécessaire, non seulement aux États-Unis, mais dans le monde entier. En 2012, parmi les militaires et anciens militaires anglais, il y a eu plus de suicides que de morts au combat. Même chose pour l'armée australienne dans les 10 dernières années. 20% des soldats allemands morts le sont de suicide. Et l'armée russe a un taux de suicide 65%, plus élevé que le reste du pays.
So, what is the solution? Get rid of psychiatry and mental health. Don't leave them in charge.
Mental health will not improve until psychiatrists are no longer in charge of it.
I truly believe that they are destroying our military.
The battlefield is safer than psychiatry. Do you understand that? Statistically, you are less likely to be shot by an enemy than to be killed by a pharmaceutical drug. That's the truth about psychiatry.
Pourtant, la psychiatrie aujourd'hui influence bien plus que juste l'armée. Exactement comme J.R. Rees l'avait planifié, le traitement psychiatrique testé et mis au point dans l'armée se répand dans tous les coins et recoins de la vie civile. La psychiatrie est actuellement une industrie qui rapporte 330 milliards de dollars par an. Elle promettait de l'aide, elle apporte souffrance, préjudice et des fois la mort. L'ennemi caché est à présent dévoilé. C'est à nous tous de déterminer ce qui va se passer. Vous connaissez les faits. Contre-attaquer.